got into entrepreneurship and business, and picked up a couple awesome partners, Jacob Curley, Jacob Fulsang, both 2020 graduates as well, both high school athletes, very successful high school athletes, or they're competitive in their own nature. So we all wanted to maintain that competitive spirit, and now we started Celerity Media Group almost 2 years ago, and we really feel like we're changing what digital marketing means and delivering a product that we feel like the Lake area deserves. Really centering on social media and giving businesses real personalities and real platforms online to share what their day-to-day businesses look like and
Sure.
what they can provide for their clients.
Sure. I mean, and let's face it, I mean, the day and age of the way we get our information, our media, our news, our sports, our entertainment, it looks so much different now than it did, hey, even when you graduated high school, for me a long time ago, and then even me growing up. And so for a guy like you who's kind of grown up exposed to social media, digital media, online, what was it that kind of made you want to go this direction? I mean, from being an athlete, at some point you probably had aspirations of playing either professionally or forever. And so when you get to the point where you're like, okay, I don't think that's it, or I want to do that, what was it about digital media or social media or content creation that really stood out to you?
We felt like we could make a real change in the businesses of other people. And we really felt like we could add value. When we started getting really good at what we do, it became obvious. Weeks after we start with anybody, they start getting more calls, and that's fulfilling. It's really awesome to see our clients have more success and reach the goals that they set with us, and they really attain that success. It's fun, and I love meeting new people and then learning more about different businesses. Something that we always tell our clients, we're not experts in your field, but I love learning about other people's fields, and it inspires me to see different business owners and entrepreneurs do their thing in their realm. Something about that it's fulfilling to me.
So I want to ask, because something that I combated and still combat at times is you're a younger guy, your partners are younger guys, and so when you're approaching and dealing with business owners who are anywhere from, they could be our age or your age, or the heck, they could be 50, 60, have you dealt with at all the hard for people to take you seriously because you're younger, and what have you kind of done to combat that?
Certainly. People look at you and you go, you're just a kid, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know how to run a business, or yada yada yada, name the projection there. And I can't say that it's not true. We're learning, but tell me, how long have you been running Lake TV?
11 years.
Do you still learn every day?
Absolutely.
So if I were to ask any business owner, do you still learn every day? The answer is absolutely. So on that level, everyone is always learning every day in this realm. We've actually learned to lean into it, right? So if you are younger, if you are new in something, you can't hide that. Yes, I'm 22 years old, obviously. I probably look 17, right? But I tell people that's what is special about us, is that we have all this, we've grown up in that digital age, so social media comes naturally to us, right? But we also were able to absorb and learn very quickly and change on the fly, and we're full of energy. So if a client calls me at 11 p.m., 9 times out of 10, I'm going to answer because I'm 22 and I'm awake.
Well, and real quick, I want to shed light before we get into the meat and potatoes of our local headlines and stuff. For you guys, you're younger, but man, you've had some really success stories, if you will. So real quick, touch on the Missouri Welding Institute, and then here locally, I know that you guys do a lot of stuff with JG and Shady Gators, and those two have been big for you guys. So real quick, touch on those two.
Absolutely. I could talk about our personal success with that, but like I said earlier, what really inspires me and makes me happy and gets me fulfilled is the success of those clients. So when we started with Missouri Welding Institute, they really didn't have much of an Instagram or a Facebook presence or a YouTube presence at all. They had a little bit of a TikTok. They had about 35,000 followers. It's now up over 400,000 followers. It's almost 420,000 followers. And their Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all have over 100,000 followers as well. That's cool because we can go, oh, we did that. That's measurable. But what's really cool is how big their reach has gotten now. So what their business used to be is 90% of their students would be from Missouri, right? Just naturally, Missouri Welding Institute. And now you see a little bit of a shift, and there's a lot of people coming in from other areas of the country, and they're able to grow their influence in what we believe is the best trade school in the nation, and they're really able to spread their education. It's really cool to see that.
And even more important, like, because everybody out there wants to do social media, they want to do content creation, and without a call to action or a why, you're really spinning your wheels, you're wasting money. And so for you guys, for a welding institute, they're hoping to get more students. And so let's talk about the success real quick as far as admissions coming directly from those social media platforms.
They've set their admissions record 2 years in a row since we've taken over, and that's what fulfills me. That's what makes me happy, because simply, obviously, that's seeing their direct success, but you can attribute it to us, especially when you see the people, you ask them, where did you see Missouri Welding Institute? And it's TikTok or Instagram, so that's really cool. But then you look at someone like JG and Shady Gators, and after we post a video that gets 20,000 views, they're getting calls about their rentals, or all throughout the next couple weeks, they're saying, hey, I saw that video about the rum runner, I'd really like to try it. I think that's really cool, because you get to inspire people while also helping that business grow. It's cool, because you get to reach a lot more people, and that's what we like to do.
So I've known Jace for a handful of years, but better here the last few months. And I gotta tell you, for a younger guy, you guys are certainly on to something, and it's been pretty cool to watch. But for 22, you guys are really just getting started. Before we move into our local headlines, what's really the vision for Celerity Media Group? And it's not a company that you guys are just starting and hoping works out. I mean, this is your plan, this is your lane, and you guys are planning on doing a lot with Celerity.
The big plan, we really want to continue to expand our services. It started with just social media management. Now it's gotten into awesome website design. We do some killer websites. We have an on-staff team that builds our websites, and they're second to none. I mean, they're stinking awesome. Go check out Shady Gators, Missouri Welding Institute. We just dropped Ozark Land's website. Everyone knows about Ozark Land. You can order all of the products online now. Super cool, and that website is, I think it's the coolest website ever. Super clean. It reflects their personality. But we also are wanting to get, not wanting, we've expanded into awesome SEO stuff. So Google,
the search engine optimization.
Search engine
out there that
optimization.
Are unfamiliar with some of those digital terms, which those kind of things are so important. You want to grow that side of your business. I will ask, so you're only 22, but what's something that you wish 16, 17-year-old Jace, like, headed into your senior year? At that point, we as guys, we kind of all figured out, no one's going to teach us anything. But what's something you wish you could go back now and tell that version of Jace?
Well, I tried to always be nice to everybody, and I'm sure there's some people that I rub wrong. Everyone does, and sorry, clearly. But to understand everyone's strengths, to get to know people on a more personal level, I think God gives everyone different levels of gifts, right? So someone might be really good at football, someone might be really, really good at computers, or really good at acting, or everyone has their realm where they're gifted, and I think it's really cool, and I wish I would have done more of this, but get to know people in those realms and appreciate their levels of talent and their love for what they do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you did that, and now you guys are getting to do that at a higher level. So that's a little snippet of Jace Nicholas and his team at Celerity Media Group. And you'll see a lot of them, if you're not already seeing them, with Shady Gators and some of the great stuff, because you guys also have a podcast, and we look forward to seeing what all of that turns into. But now, as